being. I have to let him go so he can find that person that can give it to him.
Beautiful.
So it's my job right now to understand what makes him happy and to really try to give that to him. And I'm sure because he's a good person too, it's not like, oh, he has all the, I mean, I see that he's a good human with a lot of potential. That's why I'm giving that love to him. I'm sure he will do that as well. There will be bumps on the road for sure. But when there is a love, then there is a this unit concept. Then you just have to fight with life or sometimes with each other to pass that bumps.
hmm So, of course, because when you're in a long-term committed relationship, there's going to be conflict. There's ruptures to the
Mhm.
connection. But if you can repair, if you can communicate and are willing to be vulnerable, is what I've learned, even through my breakup with, if only one person like myself is willing to be vulnerable and the other person is not willing to communicate, to truly open up, to truly be vulnerable, then you cannot repair a rupture. And if you can't repair a rupture, that's where the resentment builds or the relationship cannot work. It's just not going to work. If you can't resolve conflict within your union, within your unit, then the relationship is eventually going to fall apart or just become miserable, and you're going to be living in misery. And I also want to say, anytime I need to break up with someone going forward, I'm going to use that explanation you just gave me. I cannot contribute to your happiness in a way that you need.
Mhm.
I recognize that. So I need to let you go. And also, if you date me in the future and you happen to see this episode and you want to break up with me like that. Like, I
If
will
you
totally
really love
appreciate you.
someone and you really understand that you cannot give him what he needs, then
Hmm
it's better for him to go.
Yes.
So you have, and for you as well as a human being, so you have that space empty, then maybe the right person can come. Otherwise, you keep the wrong people around and you force them to love you and you force them to be happy in this unit. Well, khalas, they're not. What are you going to do?
No. Everybody deserves to be in a happier unit,
You're
enjoying
living
themselves.
once, and that's it.
Yes. Yes. And so, in other words, if you're in a unit that is unhappy, try to do the work to figure out. There's lots of dating coaches out there. My friend Marta is a dating coach in the UK. She's amazing. She's at my coach Marta on Instagram. She's been on Hot Topics Live a bunch of times. You can just scroll through the episodes on Facebook or YouTube, and now Spotify podcasts, and see if you can find her episodes. But really, do the work. If you can't do it alone, get a coach, but learn or read books, or there's watch and listen to podcasts like this one. There's lots of ways to educate yourself on how to be a better partner and to show up for yourself and not abandon yourself and get your needs met, and at least ask for them. Because one thing I do know is if you ask for your needs to be met and someone is unwilling to meet them, they do not care about you and you should not be in that connection. Real talk. Let it go. No matter how much you love them, how much you wish it was different, you have to walk away. You have to be strong enough to walk away. Both men and women need to be strong enough to walk away from a connection that's not meeting your needs and you are not happy in, no matter how much you love them. And that's not mutually exclusive. You can love them so much, but they're unable to meet your needs, and you need to choose you.
And Kia, it's a very important point you're saying. I think for that, you need to really understand who you are.
Hmm
Who you are, what is your shortcomings? I mean, you have to be very comfortable with yourself and very honest, brutally honest. You don't need to be honest with other people, but with yourself, you have to be brutally honest. Who is this person? Who am I? What is my shortcomings? Where do I smell inside? Where is the light in me? Where is the glory in me? Where is the embarrassing thing in me? So once you're very honest, you understand what type of a human can be good for you, you know?
exactly.
I
I
like
mean,
men who are, oh, like they're the A type personality, go getter, go jump here,
yes.
down, and then they have this job, they're that job, but then they might be I don't know, not loyal because they're
Mm-hmm.
busy or they have the opportunities. For me, that's not going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried, but it's not going to work out. 1 month after 1 month, it's not going to work out. Or I cannot be with a man that is really wants a submissive woman. That's not my personality. I can
Right.
play 1 month. 1 month can go. I mean, you can take me to nice places, and it's a yeah, yeah, very nice. But after 1 month, it's not. I'm not going to be happy. And I just need to know what type of a man I need. That's why when I saw Sasha, I knew because I know my personality, this is this is gonna work. He's home for me. So I suggest whoever is listening, doesn't matter you have a partner or not. Point is you need to understand who you are and understand your needs. So you don't waste the other human being's time as well. It's not fair as well. Just know
Mm-hmm.
who you are, what you need, and then I think matching will become easier once you have that knowledge about yourself.
Mhm. And being open and willing to learn on the fly in the relationship. So you're not expected to know everything and how to be the perfect partner, but when your partner is communicating to you what their needs are, you know, it's it's good if you can communicate what your needs are or be honest with them that you can't meet those needs, you know? It's just I think it's just being, you know, aware of who you are, and if even if you're still learning, because some of my viewers sometimes are pretty young, surprisingly. But if you're still learning who you are, sometimes it's through the experiences that you have that teach you, and then being willing to be open and share. And remember that a person who really cares about your well being. They want you to be happy. They want to meet your needs as best as they can, you know. And if they can't meet your needs and they're honest with you about it, then personally, I can't hold it against them because they're at least they're telling me, listen, I can't meet your needs.
Very
And,
true.
you know, and I respect that. So, okay. So we had a comment here. This one first. I'll put this back up on the screen. Businessman attracts material woman. Yes and no. Not always, right? There are a lot of women out there that are transactional. They look for transactional relationships, and there are a lot of professional men who want like these trophy women to have on their arm who also want a transactional relationship, and it works for them. There are a lot of women out here, myself among them. I think Matilda's among them too, that do like a professional man, but we are not looking for him to, I mean, we will be provided for, but we have our own ability to provide for ourselves. So it's not transactional in that sense. It's more emotional, more connected, like as our actual connection instead of like he provides this for me and I provide being a trophy wife for him. Right? He pays for me, buys everything for me, which is I'm not mad at them. I love the gold diggers. Go get your life, okay? It's just not. It's just I know that it's not for me, right? So I don't think it's true for everyone. Um, and another,
Yeah,
I love
because
all
for
these
some women
comments.
they like to be taken care of, and
Hmm.
it's just matter of understanding. I don't.
Hmm.
I like somebody to
It's too
take care of
lonely
me,
for me.
but definitely I didn't find husband in a homeless shelter. I wasn't searching some criteria finance wise should have been there for me because I was attracted in certain type, and
Hmm.
it's
Yeah,
up
I
to
like a
me.
professional man, but obviously I run a household on my own. I run my own projects and do my own thing, right? So I can provide for myself. But it's nice when you have a partner that can actually provide for you and you feel like you're contributing, but you don't have to.
I
There's a
like that.
difference.
You don't have
Right? I prefer that also, Matilda. But hey, it's different strokes for different folks, right? There's no right or wrong. I do feel like and my experiences, because I dated an actor and I dated like a high level soldier. And they're very busy. And for me, that's too lonely. So
Mhm.
sometimes it's trial and error, right? It's like it was too lonely. They're too gone, too busy, too I learned from having those experiences that what I require and what I need is presence and quality time. Where I used to just think my love language was like words of affirmation and physical touch. I thought that was like it. Actually, I quite like gifts.
You
and,
do.
and quality time, and physical touch, right? Like, so I think quality time and physical touch go hand in hand for me because I'm a very touchy feely person. That makes me feel safe. Like intimacy and vulnerability make me feel safe. So I think in my future relationships, I'm going in straight away with my demands, which are going to be my needs.
Very good.
To reword that,
Okay.
and straight off, if they don't like it, peace out.
Actually, something very funny. Before I actually met Sasha, a couple of months before that, I went to see a psychiatrist. I mean, I did a test to see based on my personality what kind of a match would be a good one. And they're like, I mean, the response was a man that doesn't give you attention, it will be a problematic.
Hmm.
And it's very true. If Sasha one day answers me late or he's somewhere, he's not answering, I get aggravated and my insecurity can come
It
up.
triggers you. It triggers
Yeah,
you,
it triggers.
basically.
And I hope communicated with Sasha well enough that, okay, doesn't matter if you don't have the time, just say, communicate with me so I can feel collected and nice.
That's keeping you safe
Yes.
emotionally. Like I said, the perfect example was what I said earlier. If you text Sasha in the morning and he doesn't text you till a few days later, that's not keeping you safe. That is triggering you
Mm.
into being upset because it doesn't feel good for you, right? So being able to tell him that and say that, and then him go, okay, I won't do that again, and he doesn't do it again, is how he shows up for you in a beautiful way, keeps you happy, keeps you wanting to be in the relationship with him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
true.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
So yeah, these are my insecurities.
Yeah, well, because you got to know what your triggers are when they come
Yeah.
up, and I think people often, when you're first dating, you kind of try to hide that stuff and put your best foot forward, but I promise you all watching this that I'm never going to do that again.
Okay,
I'm going to just tell them straight up on the
you
first
save
date.
time, and you save time when you talk about your
Mhm.
insecurities and your whatever that you need in a
Yes.
relationship at the beginning, because okay,